Yo, what is going on today, guys? Welcome to another amazing day of Stock Sunday class. How's everybody doing today, y'all? Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you had a great day of love, Ladies, hope you got some flowers. Fellas, hope you take care of her. Yesterday she's a very important one, very, very special woman. Make sure you taking care of her properly. Now, guys, now that the holidays are over, it's time to get to this money. Now, unfortunately, the stock market is closed tomorrow on Monday. So unfortunately, guys, we do have a day off. So we'll be using Monday in the chat to actually study, backtest, and prepare ourselves for the week. But now, guys, before we get this class started, I do want to ask y'all two questions. First of all, what is your name and where y'all from? Go to post to the chat, guys, below where y'all from, city, state, wherever y'all located. I want to see where y'all are tuning in, today from the chat. Let me see where y'all from. And also, if y'all had a Valentine's last night, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't, put a 2. It's okay. This is a safe place, but I do want to know what's your name, where you're from, and if you had a good Valentine's Day yesterday, or if you did not, we'll get today's class started. But if y'all are unfamiliar, guys, this is my Stop Sundays class special. Every single Sunday we meet together and we basically share what is our top 3 plays for the week? What are our top 5 plays for the week, right? This week you are actually in for some pretty good bangers, all right? We're gonna be covering basically the top plays for the week, and then we're gonna also be covering some notable mentions that you should also be keeping your eyes upon this week. We went crazy in the market this week, so I'm really excited to share with you guys some of the top setups and everything below. As you see in the chat, we see someone today is from Shannon, Siosan, California, Eagle Pass, Texas. People who are on TikTok, see it from Houston, see it from Detroit, see it from Minnesota, see it from Cali, Washington, Miami, Texas, Houston, Katy, San Antonio, Texas, Florida. Man, there's a lot of people here, man. Florida. We're here on TikTok, we're here on YouTube, we're here everywhere, man. Global with it, man. Okay, so some of y'all have Valentine's Day. Okay, you have some Valentine's? All right, love to see it. But look, guys, regardless, guys, today, if you had a Valentine's date, or if you did not, guys, I will show you how to love the stock market, and then we'll be giving you some roses into your bank account. Not funny. All right, let's jump right into it, guys. All right, guys. So first and foremost, let's go and get into basically first and foremost what to be looking out for the week. All right. I see some of y'all didn't have Valentine's. It's all right, guys. It's not every single time does everybody deserve a spot in your life, a special occasion, right? So, guys, like I mentioned, Monday there's no live trading. The market is closed on Monday for President's Day. All right. You got honey sticks. You crazy. All right. Tuesday we have no news. So right now, guys, I'm on forexfactory.com and I'm figuring out what is the news for the week. So on Tuesday we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index. Not super duper important. Now, guys, on Wednesday, guys, write this down. We have FOMC meeting on Wednesday. This is the most important news day of the week. You'll be seeing a substantial price market movement at about 1 p.m. on Wednesday. So make sure you're ready for that. Don't be in the trade and be, not ready whenever the market makes a move, because it's time to tell you right now, the market move really, really crazy on Wednesday. Don't forget that. Thursday, you have unemployment claims, all right, on Thursday. And on Friday, guys, we have a few things going on. We have PMI, we have core PCE, and we also have an advanced GDP all reported here on Friday. So there is a pretty decent amount of news going on in the market this week. So make sure you're on top of your game and you're on top of your stuff. Because I'm not going to tell y'all twice. If you're trading and you're not aware of the news, you could blow your account and it will be literally all your fault. And, I can't tell you anything, but I told you so. So make sure you're on top of your stuff, right? So, guys, if y'all are new to this class today, and this is your first time on my Stack Sundays class, guys, put a me in the chat. If this is your first time coming to any of our classes, and then if you have come to some before, put a new, put a 2 in the chat. Obviously who is here, because today I kind of want to break down to you guys some of my top plays to actually watch here for the week. And I know I always get the class started off with the top company of the week and in the market, which is the S&P 500. This company, guys, as you guys know, it basically holds, the top 500 big companies in the world. We have tech companies, we have banking companies, we have, AI companies. Typically when SPY goes down in price, the whole market also comes down in price. Now, if SPY goes up in price, other companies also go up in price. So that being said, once you know how to master the S&P 500 and you know what you're actually looking at, you can predict, you can literally predict what's happening on the rest of the market and use SPY as a catalyst to actually determine what you're trading and how you're trading the other companies. So that being said, guys, make sure y'all understand the S&P and how ETFs work. And today we're gonna go into a free chart and breakdown, basically what to look at for SPY for the week. Like, where is SPY for the week? Where could it possibly go? Why can it go there, or why can it not go there, right? So before we're gonna get into that, guys, I want to give you guys some quick love in my chat, right? If y'all are unfamiliar, we essentially live trade every single day. And some of the people in the chat have been going absolutely stupid. I mean, guys, people in my chat are beginning to make $1,000 days like it's nothing. For example, UG, he made 676% on SPY on Friday. He made $1,400 with a $200 investment. Yes, he put in $200 into a trade and took out $1,600 in a day. Let's keep going, right? Again, UG13 made $1,000 right there. All right. Gavin made $1,500 on Friday, $4,500 for the week, right? John made 125%, made 1.2K on gold on Friday. Boy, went crazy. This is his biggest trading day of his career so far. So as you're able to see, guys, we're not really new to this, right? Every single day we do live trading. Jury is going absolutely crazy. She made $22,000. Guys, if I had a soundboard, I'd be smacking in the chat. She made $22,000 on the 12th, 2 days before Valentine's Day. She about to go buy her man a vehicle. Jury, matter of fact, give me a McLaren too. All right, because I'm not here to just show y'all the gains and bag on both sides. Y'all know that we get to the money. If y'all want to get into our chat, guys, at any time, enjoy the community. The link is pinned into the comments or in the description, all right? So let's kind of just get into what is the top things to look at. I don't want to waste no more of y'all's time, right? So guys, first and foremost, for the week, you have to understand that we are at a significant level of resistance. Now, before I go any further, guys, y'all let me know in the chat. Like, looking at this chart here, SPY right here, what do you guys see right here? Looking at this chart here, SPY, just go ahead and put it into the chat. What do y'all see here on SPY? I'm gonna see an honest feedback, and then I'm gonna give you guys literally 10 seconds to just put into the chat. What type of setups do y'all see is happening here on SPY? And like, what do y'all see could possibly be happening? Like, what's y'all's honest take? I'll give you about 10 seconds to think about it right quick. And I'm gonna also open this up right now for you guys onto a new browser, so you can see my charts on a dark mode and see, easier to this. This probably like a lot more easier for y'all, right? This easier, like a little bit darker. Cause let me open this up real quick. Let's go. It's a little slow as hell. Because I do see something on SPY, very, very distinct. It's a very it's a pretty straightforward setup on SPY this week, but I want to see, what do y'all personally think here at SPY at the current moment? All right, yes, I see some right answers in the chat. Okay, yes. So first of all, guys, when you're looking at the S&P, let me actually delete all my lines here on my screen. So when you're looking at the S&P this week right now, guys, what you notice is SPY is creating a consistent level of resistance here at these highs. All right, so what does that mean? If you see up here at these highs, right? This is right here is a high on SPY, right here. See that right there? This is a high here on SPY. I mark it. So this is a high here on SPY, right? This is a high here on SPY. This is a high here on SPY. This is a high here on SPY. So we're consistently seeing that once you get up to this key level right here on SPY up here, we're seeing a consistent level of resistance. So every single time SPY is tapping this high up here, we're getting rejection consistently every single time. And guys, know what's funny? This is all happening before SPY is getting really, really close to the price right there of $700 per share. Look at that right here, guys. You see that? This here is $700 here per share right here on SPY, as you can see. And putting a line right there, you can see this line right here is sitting right here on SPY. This is kind of like the finish line for SPY. We gotten so close to $700 and we never hit there any time. We just haven't got there yet. So what does it actually mean in terms of the market right now? Let's go ahead and talk about everything. Let's pull everything back, right? So first things first, guys, when I look at a naked chart here on SPY, I want to understand, what am I actually looking at on this company, and what do I actually foresee is happening in this market? So let me actually open up, y'all, the charts that I've been charting up, on my little screen on the other side, so you can actually see what I'm looking at, right? So do you guys see this green line here on SPY, right? I'm gonna show it to you guys right now, basically how to do a live chart markup, so you're prepared for the week. All right, so this is gonna be a fresh chart, so you can actually see it. So we're gonna begin first here, which is gonna be all the way back here on SPY. And if y'all aren't taking notes, guys, definitely I would say, it's time to get the notepad out, because it's time to get to that money. All right, guys. So first and foremost, guys, looking here on SPY, we've consistently been seeing a move to the downside, right? But some of y'all don't really see what's actually being built here on SPY. You don't really see what's happening, right? So I'm gonna show it to you right now. So essentially on SPY, we were originally holding this trend line on SPY, as you can see right there, right there, right there, right there. Basically, every single time SPY's tapping this trend line, we're consistently bouncing right there, 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 until unfortunately, we had a strong move to the downside right here on SPY at the very beginning here of February, and you saw a strong low being created. But guys, take note of this. Once SPY came to the downside right here, we came down here and we attacked the lows right here on SPY. Now, after we cracked these lows here on SPY, the market immediately had a strong bounce back, and it failed to create a new high above the previous high sitting right there. So we dropped right here below these lows right there, right? You see that? So we took out the lows right here on SPY. We took it up, boom. After that came back above it, boom. Made a strong move to the upside, failed to take out this high here on SPY, and then after that we have another move again this week back to the downside. So what we covered last week, if y'all came to my class last week on YouTube Live, I literally gave to you guys actual free game. Wait, how many of y'all were actually there on Sunday? Because I gave y'all maybe too much free game, all right? Because if y'all want to actually see a recap real quick, I basically covered when crypto, gold, and silver is crashing, watch these companies this month, right? Now, because SPY was attacking this previous high sitting right here on SPY, we're looking for a move to the downside this past week in the stock market. And we got that. And I see in the chat, y'all said, so Tanisha Joseph says, she says bearish, but there are some long wicks at the bottom of the candles. We'll go up, okay. Bearish vibes, created a lower high, created a lower low. How would you look at the chart step by step, like by hours and by minutes? I'm gonna show you right now. Exactly. So guys, check this out. What you'll see is, guys, whenever the market is creating consistent highs, right? Like I mentioned, guys, like highs right there, highs here, highs here, highs here. Guys, trading is simply a game of probabilities. Don't make this harder than what it is. If we consistently are creating highs here every single time, what do you feel like the market would like want to do in the following week once we approach the same similar set of highs? I almost think about it like a kind of like a mountain peak, right? You can't get above a certain mountain peak and see over the horizon. Every single mountain that's next to each mountain is going to basically align next to each other. And when you zoom out, all you see is a bunch of mountains. Now, because SPY had a strong movement on Monday, right, up right here, back to my same mountain peak, what do you think that I want to do here on SPY at this key level? Someone tell me into the chat. All right, if SPY makes a key move in the market, right back up to the same, let me actually move the charts back. Let's just look at Monday by itself. This is Monday, right? Guys, let's say that we've been dropping off SPY, off the highs, up here, right? Right there, right there, right there, right there. This here is the first day of the week. What do y'all believe the market will actually do when it approaches the same high right here, the same mountain peak on SPY? What do y'all think is gonna happen here on SPY? This is very simple. Right, exactly. We'll see it move to the downside, right? So as you're able to see here on Monday, look at this. Press play. Boom. On Monday, the market's consistently making a strong move now for the week, right back to the downside. Look at that. And we got a heavy move to the downside. And so you know what we did in our chat? We took the time to live trade, and we called out some puts in the chat. If y'all are unfamiliar, guys, puts make money in the stock market as companies drop in price. So on Friday, for example, actually one of the top stock plays I'm going to be giving you guys for free today to watch out is on gold, GLD, right? We had a really strong analysis on gold for the week, and I took a trade here on gold, made about 4,500 or so on gold on Friday, in about like 10, 15 minutes or so. And we took that trade off the downside, right? And everybody banked on that trade. Now, earlier this week, guys, we've been essentially buying puts all week, right? So 2 days before that, we bought some more puts. Actually, this is on Thursday, right? We took some more puts on gold. I made about $1,000 on gold. But what's funny is, if we open up this chart here on gold right now, guys, could have low-key made maybe like $20,000 or so, $25,000 on gold, give or take. I did sell early, I'll be honest. So I bought puts on gold, guys, up here in price. I took profit right there. Right? I ain't gonna lie, guys. From right here to right here was like about 15 minutes of my time, to make about $1,000 trading gold. But then about 30 minutes later, gold went up right there, and it came all the way to the downside. Now, guys, in the stock market, a movement like this, guys, Guys, I moved like this in the market. Somebody put into the chat, I just paid my rent. Someone put into the chat right there, with a move like this, I just paid my rent. In one trade, with a movement like this, you literally could pay your rent. And why is that? Let me show you why. So on Thursday, we saw the high time frame set up here on gold. We had key targets on gold. And so what we did was, in the morning, we actually put gold here on watch. And then in midday, about 8:44, we called to watch gold puts exactly right there in my chat. As you guys know, I share all my positions. We're very transparent. And then at 8:48, we entered into a put on gold. Basically, we're making money as gold is going to the downside, right? That being said, we called out our targets on gold is 464 and 463.7 on gold, right? And looking at 848, guys, that's exactly right here on gold, right? Exactly right here. We entered at 848 and then we exited down here at 855. But guys, literally, by right here at 1030, do you want to see how much it costed? Because guys, if you're curious, guys, just go ahead and put a 1 into the chat if you're curious. Someone said I just paid my mortgage payment. Come on now. Guys, check this out. Each contract for gold, if you're new here, guys, option trading, you're buying contracts. So you're buying basically the right to purchase a contract, right? This one contract costed $219 when I took profit. I mean, whenever we entered. Whenever we took profit, guys, it was then worth $271 per contract. That being said, I gained a profit of $52 per contract. So $52 times 20 is a profit of $1,000. Now, what's crazy is, look at this, guys. This was crazy. About 1 hour later, guys, those same contracts costed a whopping $1,100, right? $1,180 per contract. So if you would have put let's just go back, right? Let's go back. Let's say, you know what? I want to start trading. You know, I'm done waiting. I'm done procrastinating. I'm ready to get to that money, right? You know what? You don't have to do this stuff by yourself. So let's say, you know what? You took the same call out that we called out right here on gold for $219 per contract, right? Let's say that you put in 3 of them in total. So like you put up total, so $219 times 3. So you invested $657 only into a trade, right? Just think about that. And let's say, you know what? I know what I'm doing, so I'm going to hold on to this bag. So about 1 hour or so later, those same contracts are now worth over $1,200 per contract. So what happened now? Look at this. Now it's to 1180 times 3. You made $3,540 minus the principal. It's a profit of $2,883 in 1 hour of your time. And you only invested about $650 into a trade. So I need you to think about, like, the beauty of trading isn't just to like be a day trader and be free and all this. No, it's literally you're buying back your time. Like at our jobs, where we're working, you know, for $1 amount per hour. So we're basically, you know, exchanging our time for money. In the stock market, you are exchanging your money for money at a very studious way. So it's science to everything, but we're not gonna bore y'all with like everything today. I just wanna give y'all my top plays for the week and let y'all get out of here. I know y'all have some plans for your ladies, you know, after Valentine's Day, and I wanna get into your plans, right? All right, so let's go get into the top plays for the week. All right, and guys, if y'all are enjoying this class so far, guys, put a fire into the chat if you're enjoying this class so far. So I'm about to get into some game for y'all real quick, but I didn't see who's enjoying it, man. And feel free to put a like here on my channel here on YouTube. It really helps. And subscribe. We're really growing a lot right now, and I really appreciate y'all for all the support and love this past, you know, few months and few years. All right. Let me see if y'all are enjoying. Okay, cool. See y'all. All right, guys, cool. First and foremost, guys, we're gonna open up Mr. GOD. All right, because gold, guys, has been the talk of the town. All right. If y'all are unfamiliar, guys, you need to understand market structure. So what really is market structure? Let's go to everything step by step. Piece over piece, you're all able to get some game and know what you're doing after this class session, all right? So guys, first and foremost, when reading the stock market, you're gonna be seeing different markets. You have ETFs, you have regular stocks, you have cryptos, right? You have commodities, you have regular traded companies. You have companies that me and you know about, like Netflix, Tesla, Amazon. Whenever you subscribe to Netflix every single month, you're raising Netflix revenue on the balance sheet also every single month, which allows the company to appreciate in price. That being said, I like to trade stock options because these are companies that I know, like, and trust. I don't think I'm going to be talking about wheat and copper with my people at 60 years old. So let's watch your options. Anyways, guys, this here is gold. So as you guys can see here on gold, right here, we have a lower low here on gold. Right here, so this right here was originally my higher high here on gold, higher high, here's a higher low, and then right here we failed to create a higher high on gold, right? So right here we created now a lower high. After that happened, we came down here, boom, created a lower low. Now you're able to predict the market is creating them lower lows by watching the high time frame. Right here is the 1 hour time frame here on gold, and I want to understand what's gold doing here in the higher time frame so I can properly get to that money. So what you see right here, gold came right here above the high right there, and we created a brand new higher high, as you can see exactly right there, right? After that happened, we created a low again. So we created like a little bit of a higher low down here on gold. But now once again, guys, we're starting to create a little bit of a lower high here on gold if we cannot make a movement above this previous higher high sitting up there. If y'all following, guys, put a 1-3 in the chat. If you're not following, put a 2. So that being said, guys, this week here on gold, we kind of are making a move back to the top of this previous high that's sitting, this high sitting up here. But we've been consistently seeing a move to the downside almost every single time that we've been dropping, that we've been getting up here on gold. So what I want to do this week, guys, personally, if y'all want to get some free game, I'm going to be watching this key level up here on gold exactly at 470. So 470 right here on gold. So I'm watching for gold possibly above this level, right? But my personal predictions, if y'all ask me, I'm just be real with y'all. I think gold might be a little bit choppy this week at this key level up here near 470, but I do feel like we might see a further move to the downside. So write down to your notes, guys, if you want to, remember this is not financial advice, but I personally believe that gold will make a move this week below 450, which is down here. Why? We're creating these little bit of lower highs here on my higher time frame, and if you zoom out all the way and completely here on gold, we kind of had a strong move originally up here on gold, and then since then we kind of have made a strong move right back to the downside, right? And we kind of have been trending and kind of chopping in this low level up here, but the fact that we kind of closed above this high here on gold recently, seeing a strong move to the downside, that showed me that as an investor that we have a strong likelihood for this company to make a further move right back to the downside, right? So let's kind of get into what I'm gonna think to watch here on gold. So I'm personally watching gold. If you want the real truth, guys, I'm trying to sugarcoat in the game. Right here, guys, near at about 464.50, which is basically right here above this key level of liquidity. So 4.6. I'm actually gonna write it down for y'all right here, so we can actually we can refer back to this at the end of the week when we all make some money, right? So this is gonna be my top plays for the week, all right? Top plays for the Valentine's Day week. All right, Valentine's week. So you have gold shorts at near 464.50, and then a break above 470 sends it to the upside. Break below 450 sends it to the downside. So this is my first play for the week on watch. All right, it's Mr. Gold Puts. Now guys, if y'all want to see some of my top plays right here, subscribe to the channel, guys. I do this literally every single Sunday. I give you guys also free education onto my channel. Check it out and go see what we have. We got some good stuff, right? Now guys, my favorite play of the week, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna just give it to y'all early because I want y'all to leave this class with some game. If y'all leave this room with one thing, leave with some game right now, guys. My favorite play for the week right now, watch, drum roll please, is gonna be on Mr. Palantir. Now guys, before I give you the Palantir play, I need everybody to look at this chart and what do you guys see here on Palantir? Like, it's just very easy, guys. Like, what do y'all see right here on Palantir? What do y'all personally see right here? Like, how would y'all like describe this chart on Palantir from up here to moving like this to coming down here? Like, how would y'all actually describe this chart here on Palantir? Because the company is in a dangerous spot. And I want to show you right now, guys, like how dangerous this company is and why is that a dangerous spot. Let me show you. So if y'all want to understand how to identify which market is a bearish market, what's a retracement, and what's a pullback, I need to actually look at this very, very closely. If y'all see Palantir here, this is my all-time high here on Palantir, basically from up here. at 222. Guys, right now we are down over 43% from our all-time highs right here on Palantir. Like, someone in the chat tell me why this is a very, very like dangerous space for Palantir to actually be in. I'm gonna pull it up right now, but can someone actually tell me why you feel like this is like in a dangerous spot? Like what do y'all personally believe about Palantir right now? Because we low-key are in a very crazy place right now, and I'm gonna give you guys basically, a little bit of some, of an intro into what to actually look at for the week, right? Let me see what y'all are thinking in the chat. So, I did put it into here quick for you guys, so you're actually able to tap in, get some game. But I don't see if any of y'all actually know. If I give y'all the game, and I low-key lost it, I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, yeah, somewhere over here. Yeah, guys, we are at a very dangerous area right now. And I'll tell you right now, guys, there's a few things to actually watch here at this key zone. And I want to see if I saved it for you guys here. I guess I did not save it. But essentially, guys, we're in a very I feel like where we are in the market, it could get a little bit dangerous, right? So let me not even bore you with the facts and the knowledge, right? But basically, guys, Palantir is at they're at their knees right now, guys. They've been getting the beat down, guys. The beat down for the past the past 2-3 months at Palantir. They have been catching a break. Right, they've been catching a break. But y'all actually notice before this move here on Palantir to the downside, we literally had a move on Palantir from down here in January to up here over 1.5% on the company. They were, guys, about 2 years ago, they were worth $13 per share. And they rose up to literally $200 per share. And now they've been dropping for the past 2 weeks, guys. This is actually all a part of the market's plan. And let me tell you exactly why that's the case and what I'm looking at today on Palantir. So, guys, Palantir just now, unfortunately, we came down and we broke below this key level of liquidity, which is right here near $130 per share. Somebody put 130 into the chat. Guys, 130 is a psychological level and a key level on the stock. You know why? This is the very, very last swing low on the company, essentially, before this large move to the upside, right? Now, this low right here happened, guys, on Palantir. This is back here in July of last year, right? Now, if you put a line here at this low, what do you see? We just now took out this low just now on Palantir last week on Thursday. After that happened, I wanted to see what would happen on Palantir. We had a strong move to the upside as expected, but now we finally got the retracement back to the same key level of liquidity here on Palantir. Guys, this week in the chat, I have a lot of notes right here on Palantir right now for the week. But yeah, Palantir, we're at a key level right now. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if we make it for tracing, guys, back to Palantir at 130, which is sitting about right here in price, we have a 4-hour fair value gap right here on Palantir at this key zone from right here to right here. Now, guys, this area on Palantir is my area I'm looking at for a possible move back to the upside. Now, do I know if we're going to have a strong move like this on Palantir to the upside? I definitely don't know. But from what I do know, guys, on a higher time frame, once you do close below a key level of liquidity, like this, for example, right there on Palantir, matter of fact, if you go to the 1-day time frame, you can see it like a lot better, right? Do y'all see this, guys? Guys, please, guys, put a 1 into the chat if you are actually following what I'm saying. And put a 2, this kind of sound like Chinese to you. You have no clue what I'm talking about. So I want to see who I'm talking to, and I want to also see where y'all are at with your education and trading, because this is like an essential skill set to learn. Once you learn this stuff, dude, you can change your whole life with this. So I just want to make sure I should talk, if I should talk more for beginners, or if this is a good conversation right there, or where we're at. I just want to see where my audience is at. Because if y'all see right here, this day right here on Palantir, we had a strong bounce right here. See that, guys? Now, if y'all see here today on Palantir on the daily time frame, we tried to close on the daily below this level, right? But we ended up having a wick right here at this level, and we could not close below it. We ended up bouncing here on Palantir, came back to the downside, and for the first time ever, we finally just closed below this low here on Palantir. Okay, so I see 1s in the chats. I see 2s, 1s, 2. Okay, got you, cool. Guys, we have game here for each and every single one of y'all. If you want to tap into, our beginners videos, I have free videos on my channel everywhere about market structure, how to start charting, how to start trading, everything like that. But if you want to actually have your success, fast tracked, the link is in my description for our program for the mentorship. We do live trading, 2 classes every single week. And if you miss a class, we post all the recordings. We have a beginners boot camp. We have so much to offer. We do live trading 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So we're very transparent, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. This is just giving y'all a free game. All right, so what you see right here on Palantir, guys, is we basically closed below this key level right there. Now, guys, what's happening on Palantir is if we engulf the top of this candlestick right here, then unfortunately, guys, this right here, this candlestick right here will show us that this was like the last candlestick to the downside before the next move back to the upside. So guys, for me this week personally on Palantir, I'm watching 2 different things, and I need y'all to actually write this down so you can, get to the money with me this week. If y'all want to, just trade this literally on your own, and you probably will make some money. I'll be honest, if you actually are serious about trading, I want you to draw this 4-hour fair value gap from right here to right here on Palantir. And then once we drop back into this gap, which is near about 130 here in price, this right here is my buy box here on Palantir. This is my buy box. So I'm going to be calling out these plays live into my community this week. So if you want to actually get the plays called out to you in real time, this is what we do into our program for the mentorship. But this is what I'm looking for Palantir's buy box. This is gap right here. This is my favorite play of the week. And I'm going to tell you right now, if SPY makes a move this week, guys, which I am kind of predicting, let me tell you what I feel like SPY is going to do this week. So guys, SPY originally was kind of crashing a lot this past week, right? Yeah, cool. But every single time before we crash, we typically see a strong move to the upside, right? So my prediction is this. On Friday, we had a decent move to the upside, but then we ended up tumbling back down. However, look at this. We never ever closed below the low right here of this Friday's low on this candlestick. So my personal prediction is this week, guys, at bare minimum, I feel like SPY will see a movement this week, personally, back to the upside a little bit, and at bare minimum, come right here and take out this highs right here on SPY right here, right? And guys, after we take out these highs here on SPY, guys, this when the market gets a little bit crazy because all the new traders, all the novices, all the newbies, people who are just starting trading, they don't know what to do. They just start buying calls, buying stock, and taking companies to the upside, right? They're thinking it's just roses and rainbows, peaches and creams, kumbaya, right? Kumbaya, life is green, life is just sweet, right? No, guys, if it was that easy, guys, everybody would be rich. Everybody would have Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bugattis, McLarens. Guys, that's not how the market works. That being said, guys, the market is a manipulative space. Once these highs get taken out right here on SPY, everybody and their mama is going to want to do what? Start to go long, right? Start buying calls and start buying stock. But what you'll notice is, guys, whenever you're trading, is once these highs get taken out, people get trapped in these highs up here. And anyway, I'm going to put it back on the light mode so everybody can see it properly. But once we break these highs here on SPY, guys, people start buying companies all up here. And what happens is the market will actually go up in price first, but then at a certain key area in price, like up here, for example, you guessed it, the market's coming right back down. So we're going to go up first, right? Go up first, right? It's all green, it's all good. And then up here, bam. We come right back down and come crashing back down. So my opinion, guys, this week is I want to see a bounce on SPY at the beginning of the week towards the upside and come engulf this previous high here on SPY here at about 685 here on SPY. And after we do that movement on SPY, guys, I think we could possibly get a move back to the downside, and we'll possibly test this trend line here once again on SPY for the week, right? And if we don't crash to the downside, guys, I mean, we will happily take the market to the upside. We don't really care. We just want to make some money in the chat. I'm gonna be honest. We don't really care if we're right. All we care about is if we're making some money, but we just happen to always just be right pretty often and more than we're wrong. So now, guys, let's get into the next play of the week. So that guys, Palantir buy box here at 130 right here. So Palantir retracement to buy box near 129.50 to 130. You'll see how I give you like a little bit of wiggle room right there. The market loves to go a little bit below key levels and then bounce. So make sure you give it like a little bit of wiggle room. And if you are taking this trade, guys, be very, very careful, right? Don't just buy a trade because Ryan Band told you to buy a trade. When I get into trades, guys, I have risk management. I have 3 levels of confirmation of why I enter into a trade, and I teach this each and every single time. So make sure you're doing your due diligence, because this is going to be probably a really, really profitable trade, and I'm going to give you guys some game to watch for the week, right? Boom, guys. Next thing's next. We have 2 more plays here on watch for the week. The next play is here on AMD. And before I get into Mr. AMD, which is my actual favorite stock of my career so far, I just want to show y'all some quick transparency, if that's okay. Because we did pretty crazily, we did pretty good in the week, but like a lot of times people feel like they have a bad stigma for day traders and the markets and everything like that, because we give y'all game and everything for free. I don't know why. But in our chat, guys, we do more than just day trade and show profits and show wins. No, we actually showcase our payouts. Right here is a broker statement of mine personally that I took out a withdrawal here of $15,000 here on the 9th here of February. And essentially it was after a great week of trading. I made about 16K or so for the week. So I paid myself about 15K from my trading account into my banking account. Now I only showcase this, guys, because when you're trading, guys, the end goal obviously is to have freedom from trading, yes. But the actual actionable end goal as a day trader from day to day is to trade, be profitable, be successful, and then make a payout for yourself. Because with no payout, you're kind of just having fun in the market, but you're not actually seeing any lick of your money. So make sure you're actually paying yourself. And in my chat, guys, we have Withdrawal Wednesday. So every single Wednesday, we pay ourselves, right? So let's get into the next play of the week. So guys, the play I have here on AMD might make some of y'all uncomfortable. And I'm gonna tell you guys why. When the time comes, well, let's do this, right? Everybody wants to get rich. Everybody wants to get money, have freedom, retire their family. But whenever the time and opportunity comes to get to that money, some people have cold feet. Guys, AMD is a play of the week right now that's exactly like that. When I had a call out, guys, on AMD like this last year in September, right? It was the same exact setup. And I'm gonna showcase to you what we did and what the outcome was. If y'all are actually living under a rock, you probably missed it. But if you guys did not, we basically bought some calls on AMD, probably like about down here in price, to the upside. And then that singular trade on AMD, I gave it to y'all for free on my class here for Stock Sunday, right? And as a result, guys, this is my biggest trade here of my career year to date here on AMD. I went home with a profit of $80,000 in one singular day. I put 13K into a trade, and I took it out at a profit of $92,000 on the investment. And I only put in $13,000 into the trade. This is my biggest trade of my career so far. And when I told y'all this same exact play last year on Stock Sunday, some of y'all really tuned in and some of y'all really, really got paid. Like some of my students literally made like $20,000 in a day, $10,000 in a day. But guys, we're getting into the same space here on AMD once again, where it's looking like this could possibly be a banger for the week. Now, is it going to go as crazy as last time? I don't know. When I gave you the game last year about that AMD stock play, it was in your hands to take it. And if you didn't take it, I can't really blame you. You probably weren't in the chat. You probably didn't, get the call out. You probably didn't get the live trade on AMD. But if y'all are here right now, guys, on the 15th of February, you're in the right place right now. You could be cuddled up with your girlfriend watching Netflix after Valentine's Day. But no, I'm going to give y'all the play right now to watch and the 3 steps and the reasons why. So guys, first on AMD, what are we looking at here in the company? This is a company that's having a history of great price action. This right here is a previous high here on AMD sitting up here. And as you can see, when AMD tapped this high up here, you see that we had a strong move to the downside here on AMD, right? Right there, you see that? We hit it up here, and we had a strong move to the downside, right? Boom. Now up here, same thing happened. We hit it right here, had moved to the downside, boom. Now, we kind of just now, guys, as you're able to notice, we just now came on AMD and we had a strong low, which was basically down here, get taken out here on AMD. Now, guys, someone please put into the chat for me right now, once the market takes out key lows or key highs, strong volatility opens. So once you take out key lows or key highs, strong volatility opens. Now what that means, guys, is basically After the market has a strong break of a certain key level, a lot of people tend to want to then place trades or buy stock or sell stock on a certain key company. So volume is how many given shares or contracts are being traded on a company at any given time period. So because AMD broke below these lows right here, I'm gonna go ahead and mark it right there on AMD, right? In green, this is my lows. We had a strong move right here to the downside here on AMD. And then we came right back to the upside here on AMD, and we're having a retracement now back to the equilibrium of that move. Now, Ryan, how do you find the equilibrium? Let me show you real quick. Go to your tool here on TradingView right here, your tool here, Fibonacci retracement tool. Hit it right there. And then now draw it from the low right here of AMD up to my high right here on AMD. And then what you can see here from looking at this move here on AMD is we're making a retracement perfectly back to the 0.50% retracement here on my Fibonacci. This is exactly the equilibrium on this crazy move from the high to the low here on AMD. So whenever you're trading, guys, understand that when certain key levels get taken out like this, guys, you want to keep your eyes on this stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, you would not make any money in the market if you're impatient. You make no money in the market if you have like no discipline, no structure, or no systems. I've been waiting for a long time for this play on AMD. I mean, I've seen this first break here, these lows here last. I've seen it, yeah, but I wanted to see how we actually, like, how would AMD move after taking out these lows? Are we gonna take it out and keep going? Or are we gonna take it out and make it move to the upside and then possibly have a retracement? Well, the second option is what's happening right here on Mr. AMD. So y'all write this down right now, because I'm not gonna give y'all no, I should be giving y'all this much free game, but I'll give it to y'all right now. So I have a certain key level here on AMD, guys, about right here in price. I'm not gonna really tell you all exactly why this is the reasoning. We kind of cover all this into my chat, into the program. But essentially, guys, if you're in the chat, guys, this area here on AMD is my sell side liquidity here on AMD. Here near about $202.50 is exactly where a key level, a key imbalance is here on AMD, and it's also right below this equilibrium sitting right here on my Fibonacci. So when AMD comes this week, guys, and we take out the lows sitting right there and sitting right here on my 4-hour time frame, drop down to a small time frame right here, my 1 hour, we have a discount PD array sitting right here on my 1 hour here on AMD. So I'm thinking this, guys, this week, we get a movement in the market a little bit below this discount PD array, below these lows right here on AMD. And then right here on AMD, guys, personally is my personal buybacks here on AMD. I'm looking for calls. And guys, this is on AMD is about $203 per share is my look for AMD, and keep it on watch. So I'm gonna write it right here. I don't want to hold y'all hostage here, and then I want to go back to your holidays and everything like that. I don't even know where my little note sheet went, but I put it somewhere for my stop plays for the week. But yeah, basically, guys, I'm gonna give y'all the top plays I'm looking at. So for AMD, guys, I'm watching that level right there as mentioned, about 230. About 203 per share. I have my little cheat sheet somewhere, wherever I put that thing. I really don't know where I put that thing. But oh no, for you guys right now. Okay. So guys, for AMD, that's probably like I'll be honest, like I typically like repeat myself, but like when I tell like literally this week, there's gonna be a few plays that I'm looking at and a few plays that I'm gonna put some real money into. AMD and Palantir are gonna be those two so far, right? And I do have one more honorable mention right there. Is some earnings plays here for the week. So for earnings, guys, these are gonna be very, very, very dangerous plays. I will say that. Like I will say, guys, if y'all are traders already, y'all know how dangerous earnings are, but there is some money to be made this week for earnings. I'll give y'all my quick, quick just like disclaimer. This is not financial advice, guys. Anything I'm telling you guys right now is just, all opinion based. I can only tell you from what I just think and what I know. This just happens to make me some money, over my past 6 years of trading experience. But guys, for the week, there is one play I'm watching for earnings. Drum roll, please. It will be on Mr. Open Door. So guys, Open is reporting earnings here on Thursday. If you want to go do some research on a company, go over right here, go to finviz.com. Go ahead and type in your company here. Trust me on Finviz right there. You can see the heat map on the site right here. You can see all the companies in all the different sectors. Cool. But type in open door right here, and you can see the company and how much they moved up and everything, all that good stuff, right? So as you guys can see, they have moved up substantially over their past, time of moving up to the upside. So let's look at open door right here. So here on open door, guys, company has literally, look at this. Isn't this crazy? This is like the type of plays that you gotta be in the room to freaking get. Guys, open door went from literally being at a price of $47 on here on the open door up to $10 per share. That's a 2,000% retracement on that move on the company, guys. So guys, this happened right here near July 2025. So if I go to Finviz right here and I scroll down on news on open door, right? You can literally see exactly why the company pops up and why it goes down. For example, let's click right here. This is a news article. This is a news article here on open door. You can see that President Trump had a plan to reduce the mortgage rates on the open door, and as a result, the company went up substantially. Now, what am I saying, and why is this an important stock to actually watch it for the week? So they report earnings, guys, on Thursday. So basically, they have to report how much cash, how much capital they made or they lost for the quarter and for the year. That being said, open door has a lot of volatility in the company, and I personally believe that we had a strong move this past few weeks up on open door, up there, like previously here in about September. Now looking at open door from right here to down, so from let me show you, from the low right here to my high up here on open door, we're getting really, really close to my little golden pocket right here on my level here at Fibonacci retracement. This here, guys, is the golden area of where I want to buy or sell a company at, depending on how you're setting it up. If you're unfamiliar with the tool here at Fibonacci, we cover all this. Now, from the all-time highs here on open door, guys, at about $10, down here, we're down about 60% from our all-time highs here on open door. Company is at a significant discount right now. And if you notice on the company, and if I delete this and delete this company has been moving pretty crazily almost every day. Like on Thursday, we dropped like crazy. So we did on Tuesday, we went up crazy, so we dropped here. So just like this company has like a lot of volatility. I'm personally playing open door this week. And guys, this earnings plays, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna give you a quick disclaimer once again. Earnings plays is gonna be a very high risk trade, right? Think about it like this. If you are in a call on open door and then you guess right, you can make like 500%. Now, if the market goes to the downside and then you're in a call, your call position will go to $0, right? But if you put, let me give you an actual visual. So let's say if I buy a call and I buy a put. I need you all to stay with me right here. This is gonna be a free game. Let's say if I put $200 into each play, right? Just for example, let's say I put in $200 into each play. For the call, $200, and for the put, also $200. Let's say that this company, guys, let's say this company goes up by 30% into a day, right? My call position would now go from a $200 position to now being in profit, for example, now like 400%, right? And that means that now my call position now is at a profit now. And I'm sitting here on my calls here at $800 for my position. Now, guys, my puts, unfortunately, are underwater. They go to $0. So I lose $200, but then I make a profit of $600. So all in all, guys, I made 6 right here. I lost 2 right here. I go home with a profit of $400. This here, guys, is called a straddle. A straddle, guys, is buying calls and buying puts. So I'm betting on it to go to the upside, and I'm also betting for it to go to the downside. What happens is, guys, if you can make a bare minimum of 200% on your position, you are guaranteed profit on your straddle position. So what I do is I put the same amount of money into my calls and into my puts. So once this company makes like a crazy ass move to the upside or to the downside, I'm guaranteed profit. So I'm going to be buying a straddle here on Thursday on open door. It's kind of like almost as free money if the company makes a move that I think is going to make it. I believe it's going to also make for the week, right? So guys, that's like some of my top plays for the week. But if y'all want like a quick little reading statement, On Open Door, on Open Door, on Palantir, we have a buy box right here on Palantir near about 130 here on the company. I'm looking for a move to the upside here on Palantir. On the S&P on SPY, I personally believe that we can get like a little bit of a bounce on SPY off this little bit of a trend line here on SPY at this key level here this week. But after the bounce, I feel like we can get like a little bit of a move back to the downsides. I'll be watching that this week here on SPY. I'm pretty bullish, guys, this week, if you ask me. But like, if we can't really hold, above this key level with good volume, we could see a strong move to the downside, and the market could start crashing here for the year. All right. So make sure y'all are actually really watching the market closely this week, because this is like, we're in like a make it or break it area here on SPY. And I feel like this could be like a really important week in the market. And low key, the price action for this year, guys, this is like the best price action I've ever seen. If you're like a new trader, guys, this is the best time to start trading, in my opinion. It's like, they just be handing out money. I'm just be real with y'all. I know you want to gaslight this shit or sound, like it's too good to be true. They literally just be handing out money, and it's just, if you know how to get to it, you can get to it. And guys, on AMD, I'm watching a 203 price zone for a possible bounce here on AMD. This is probably my top play on watch here, as well as Palantir. And guys, right now, I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of y'all right now are probably watching this live stream, and people right now are either, maybe you're trading, maybe you're getting on your trading right now, maybe you're struggling, right? Maybe you're not trading, you want to get into it, and you kind of just, are confused, you don't know where to start from. I'm telling you guys right now, with every single move that you make, every single decision, just take your time, right? In trading, guys, you got to be patient. If you're not patient, you will not get to the money. If you're too patient, you'll miss out on your blessings. If you're impatient, you will enter too early, and you will lose money on your trades. If you're not disciplined, you start trading, you'll make some money, and you'll give it all back. If you're disciplined, you can lose for a week or two into trading, but when you really get to it, you can then prosper for months into years into your career. That being said, guys, trading is not a one-size-fits-all shoe game. I'm the first to say it right now. You will make money trading, and you can also lose money whenever you're trading. If you attempt this game for and by yourself with no guidance, no structure, no nothing, it's pretty easy to lose money, because you're kind of just like getting into a game that literally everybody wants to start doing, and you have no backbone, no team, no nothing. That being said, guys, right now, even though I have a program for a mentorship and I do coaching and all this stuff, you don't have to join. You really don't have to join. I would love to coach you, but at the end of the day, guys, just find guidance somewhere. Make sure you can learn somewhere, how to get started, what apps you need, right? How to get things set up for yourself, how to start charting, right? Beginners videos, beginners help. Because without having people actually coach you in real time and give you live guidance, it's pretty easy to get confused, get lost, get discouraged, and never ever start, or just quit in your wherever you are into that lifestyle, right? But what I fear is that people that quit trading too early, you can literally miss out on your blessing by just literally quitting. All right, and people in my chat, guys, have zero experience at all into the career. Literally zero experience. And now, guys, today, look at this. People are just making gains every single day. Right? Every single day. I could scroll I've been scrolling for how long, and we're only at February 11th right now. People post gains in my chat literally every single day. Right? It's literally every single day. And if y'all want to see something, just for example, let's see. Let me open it up. David, 207. Quavo, 1,030. Jordan, 165, right? So just people who had no experience last year are posting hundreds, if not, look at this, thousands and thousands of dollars in my chat, come from having no experience at all. So I've coached people who are beginners, people who are experienced. I've seen everything under the sun. The common reality right now, guys, is if you want to actually make it into your trading career, you need to be taking down notes, and you need to be taking this stuff serious right now. After this class right now, if you're a beginner, I recommend you to actually watch some of my videos here on my channel. I posted a video here previously, how to start day trading while working a job in 5 steps. So right now, if you're working a job and you're serious about trading, I watched the video right there. Actually see what it really means. How would you actually approach things step by step, and don't watch videos like Netflix. Actually take notes and apply yourself. And I promise you, it could take you a few years by yourself. But if you get into the right group, I don't want you to be too biased here, but I feel like I got the best stuff. It could take you weeks or a month or so to really master this stuff, and then you now have a skill set for yourself for a lifetime that you can teach your whole entire life, right? But now, guys, that's like enough from me, guys. That is my time right here. Hope you had a blessed day and a great class here for Stock Sunday, guys. I will end our prayer with a quick prayer. So we'll bow our head real quick, guys. Jesus, I pray, amen. Father God, thank you so much for another amazing Stock Sunday class for me today. I had to pray and just thank you for just allowing me to have such a great platform, just through my knowledge, give people game about the markets and just help them change their lives. And I know some people right now, Father God, are just in a tough spot in their life right now. They're in a bind right now, financially, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, Father God. I pray that you're able to guide them along this journey and keep them strong. Keep them focusing in everything they do. Watch over all their steps. Make sure they're all patient in every single move that we're actually making. And with our families going into the new year, I pray that you're able to cover us with blessings, keep us safe in everything we're doing. And as we complete this month here for February, Father God, keep our feet strong. Keep our feet forward. Keep us focused on everything we do. Allow us to not stray. Allow us to actually be taking things day by day, not rushing any of our steps. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Great prayer, guys. Man, W, see you in the chat, guys. I hope you have a blessed day. I'm watching y'all from afar. You know, if y'all are actually serious, guys, right now, my personal advice is tomorrow is a day off from the market. Take it slow, take it easy, but make sure you actually review your stuff and lock in, man. I love y'all, man, guys. God bless. I'll see y'all on Tuesday for live trading, guys.